Into the second round of games we go now over in the CONCACAF Nations League after some bumps in the road for Steve McLaren's Reggae boys. Can they bounce back with a win second time around? We're going to get into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we take a look at the second round of matches over in the CONCACAF Nations League, part 2. We've already done part 1. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do so. But today we're going to take a look at the rest of the games coming at you over in the CONCACAF Nations Bloody League, and we'll get into it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for Nations League is right here under one roof. We've got some juggernauts in action and some minnows, but of course, who will get the upper hand with a big fat win? Let's of course take a little look back at how we got to this stage. Alright then, folks, here we go with the recap of the results coming at you from the first round of games. It should be on the screen around about now. Of course, we got Nicaragua with the 1-0 win over French Guyana. We also had the Reggae boys under Steve McLaren, 0-0 draw. Not the greatest start for Steve McLaren's boys. Meanwhile, Honduras put 4 past 2-2, that's Trinidad and Tobago. Curacao lost at home to St Lucia, didn't see that one coming. St Maarten did lose to Grenada, 2-0, called it, lads. Sint Maarten, of course, the Dutch side of the island, 2-0 win over Aruba. I went with a draw myself. Haiti put 4 past Puerto Rico, 4-1 win. Dominican Republic put 3 past Bermuda, 5-goal thriller. And right here, right now, I am coming at you before the kick-off between Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda, so we don't know the scoreline, but I went with a 2-0 win. So let's just see if I'm right or if I am wrong. Quick look at the situation in the tables then, shall we? Of course, bring you bang up to date with what's going on. Of course, as you see over in League A, Group A, big wins for Costa Rica, Guatemala and Suriname. They are the boys we anticipate to be duking it out for top spot. In Group B, we have Honduras, Nicaragua. Big wins for them. Jamaica, of course, like I said, stumbled in their first game against Cuba. Into League B, El Salvador with a big win. Grenada and St Lucia also getting off the mark with their first victories. And also joining them, Haiti, St Maarten, also big wins. And Dominican Republic, as of again, getting a big fat W in Group D. In the bottom end here, of course, in the nether regions, of course, big wins for Antigua and Cayman Islands. With the rest of the guys yet to get their first win. Don't forget we do have a prediction league. It is, of course, we're going to come at you in updated form in October. So get your predictions in now. This prediction sheet should be out there. If it isn't, let me know in the DMs down below. Alright then, folks, let's take a look at the next round of games, and they should all be on the screen right about now. That's right, and we've got some absolute crackers in there, including the first one, which is Cuba up against Nicaragua. So let's head on over to Cuba as they take on Nicaragua in League A Group B. It's the second round of matches. Cuba coming into this, just 1 defeat in the last 4 for them, 42% form heading into this one. Meanwhile, Nicaragua unbeaten in the last 4, 58% form. And now these two sides have played each other 3 times in 2021. 2 wins for the Cubans, 1 win for the Nicaraguans. There's been no draws as of thus far. Now, the last time that these two sides did play, they've actually not played in Cuba, so the last time they played was in Nicaragua. It was a 1-0 win for Cuba, and that was this calendar year back in March. It was a friendly. The Cubans on the back of that 0-0 draw against Jamaica. Could this be the year that Cuba challenge? They've got some big old heavy defeats on their resume heading into this one. Nicaragua, though, on the back of a 1-0 win over French Guyana to make it back-to-back clean sheets, picking up a 4-0 win against Belize back in June. I've got no odds on this one, I don't think, but my gut says it will be a 2-0 win for Nicaragua in Cuba to give themselves an opening day, well, a second win, I think, in quick succession. Let's head on over to the island of TT, or the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to the Dwight York Stadium. That is correct, as Trinidad and Tobago take on French Guyana, coming at you over in League A Group B. Now, these two sides have played each other 3 times since 2012. We've got 3 wins out of 3 for Trinidad and Tobago, of course. They're coming into this, though, on the back of that 4-0 loss to Honduras. French Guyana also losing to Nicaragua in the previous match day. But, like I said, 3 times they have played. The most recent match was back in the CONCACAF Gold Cup preliminary round, and Trinidad and Tobago only just squeaked past French Guyana via penalties. Prior to that, big 4-2 win was the last outright win. That was in the Caribbean Cup way back in November 2014. Trinidad, of course, 58% form for them right now. Their last win was a big win against Bahamas back on the 8th of June. 7-1 it was. As for French Guyana, their last victory was also back in November 2023 with a big 3-0 win over Bermuda. but narrow loss against Nicaragua. Is there something? Is there a sting in the tail to this French Guyana side? I don't think so. I'm going to go with TT, of course, at the home stadium, at Dwight York Stadium. I think they'll have just too much quality in the bank for this game, which will be monumental if Trinidad and Tobago are to be up towards the top end at the end of the campaign. Let's head on over to the next one then, shall we? It is Honduras. They're going to be taking on Jamaica. Jamaica me crazy. Well, Steve McLaren's boys not really got going at the moment, have they? After a 0-0 draw in their previous game. But Honduras going to prove to be sticky opposition here in this match. They have played 11 times, these two nations, since 2008. 3 wins for Honduras, 7 wins for Jamaica, and there's been 1 draw between the two sides. Honduras, though, looking pretty much a decent opposition right now. 58% form for them, just 1 defeat in the last 5. Up against Jamaica, 4 matches now without a win, and the changing of coach has done absolutely nothing to rectify that. Of course, coming at you, though, on the road. Where are we playing this one? This is playing over in the Estadio Nacional Chalato Unclis. Honduras, of course, last time they played Jamaica, it was a 1-0 win for Jamaica back in September 2023. It was in the CONCACAF Nations League. And of course, it was in Jamaica. The last time they played in Honduras was also a win for Jamaica. We've won 5 on the spin against Honduras. Can they do it a 6th time? I don't know. Jamaica with that 0-0 draw against Cuba. It's been back-to-back games now without a goal for the Jamaicans. We're stretching, of course, over 2 coaches. Honduras, though, big win for them over TT. Last time around, they picked up a 4-0 win to give themselves a monstrous boost. Their only 1 defeat recently was against Ecuador, and that was a narrow loss. So we're going to show that Honduras got a bit of quality in them. I think they'll get something out of this game, Honduras. I think they're going to go with a 1-1 draw, which once again does not mean the greatest start to the campaign for life for Steve McLaren in Jamaica. Next up, of course, is Curacao against St Maarten. That's the French side of the island up against Curacao. Never played each other according to my eyes in recent times anyway. Now this match will take place over on the island of Grenadines. Is that right? Grenada. Grenada is the venue for this match. Curacao, the 50% form for them heading into this one. They do come into this on the back of a defeat. St Maarten, a 2-0 loss to Grenada most recently. Of course, both those games back on the 6th of September. Coming at you right here, right now, though, St Maarten looking to get back to winning ways. They do have 4 wins at the last 5, including some heavy wins against Anguilla and Bonaire. As for Curacao, their last victory was against Aruba back in the month of June. That's right, 2-0 win it was there. So both sides try to return to the glory times, but they do come into this both on the back of defeats. Curacao losing to St Lucia on the road or whatever, yeah, and St Maarten losing to Grenada. Of course, tough one to call this one. Don't know really too much about these nations, but I'm going bold. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Curacao. Don't know where I pulled that one out, but I'm going to go with it. Stick to my guns. 3-0 win for Curacao. Staying in the island of Grenada, we are of course going to take a look at Grenada, who take on St Lucia over in League B, Group B. That's right. Now Grenada coming into this on the back of a win, a big win over St Maarten, the French side of the island. Up against St Lucia, who also come into this on the back of a win, beating Curacao. That's right. So both sides looking to continue that recent momentum. 30% form though for St Lucia right now, just 1 win in the last 6 against the Grenada side on 25% form for them. Also not looking good on the grand scheme of things. Their recent track record is pretty shady, both sides. With the last win prior to the last one for St Lucia was all the way back in October 2023. Grenada's last win before St Maarten, you've got to go back to, I don't even know when. I'm scrolling all the way back. I don't even know. It's the first win in a long time. Maybe a 3-2 win back in 2019. But for me, I am actually going to make it 2 wins out of 2 for Grenada. That's right. They'll have the home back-ins here. Going to go with a 1-0 win. It's take place at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. So a 1-0 win. Grenada with a double. And maybe a chance for them to get a bit of distance at the top of the group. Let's go over and take a look at Haiti now. Haiti are up in action up against Sint Maarten, the Dutch side of the island. Of course, coming at you on where are we? September the 9th. That's right, League B, Group C. Haiti coming into this on 3 wins on the bounce, looking A-OK right now against the St Maarten side, picking up 3 wins of the last 4 games, 50% form for them up against Haiti's 67. Now, this match actually is taking place over in Puerto Rico, but Haiti on the back of a 4-1 win over Puerto Rico back on September the 6th. St Maarten with a 2-0 win over Aruba to give themselves both good starts in the old CONCACAF Nations League. Again, unfamiliar foes. I don't know when they or if they have ever played against each other, but good wins for Haiti recently over St Lucia and Barbados. The last defeat was against Jamaica back in October 2023. As for St Maarten, their last defeat was a 2-0 win to Guadalupe way back in November 2023. Tight one to call on this one up, but I am going to back Haiti. I think they are a superior footballing nation than that of St Maarten, of course. It's a much smaller population in regards to football players, I believe. Sticking in Puerto Rico, we're going to take a look at Aruba, that's right, up against Puerto Rico, who are, of course, technically the hosts here. Taking place over League B, Group C. Aruba and Puerto Rico have yet to play each other, according to my eyes, within recent history anyway. Aruba, without a win in the last three, 58% form for them. Up against Puerto Rico's side, just one win in four. They do come into this on the back of that 4-1 loss to Haiti. Their last win was the prior to that was a big 8-0 win over Antigua. One defeat in the last six for Puerto Rico. Maybe, just maybe, there is a football team in this country. As for Aruba, 3 matches without a win. Their last victory coming against Cayman Islands back in November 2023. They, of course, did lose to St Maarten the previous match day. Difficult one to call again here, but I think I'm going to back with Puerto Rico. They might be classed as the visitors, but I think they'll have enough in the tank to come out on top. 2-1 win for me for Puerto Rico at the Pista Magres. Oh, yeah. All right, then, folks, we're going to take a look at Dominican Republic up against Dominica. It's a bit of a rivalry, this one, of course. Local rivalry on the line. Coming at you on the 10th of September. They played twice since 2012. We'll talk about that in a minute. 42% form for Dominican Republic. Of course, back-to-back wins. Now, Dominica, I think are they the nation? Which nation's not played yet? Or I'm coming at you a little bit early. But anyway, regardless, they played twice since 2012. 2 wins out of 2 for Dominican Republic. They last played back in 2021. It was a 1-0 win. Dominican Republic with the hosts back in March, coming out on top with a 1-0 win. The prior to that, the last time they played was back in 2012, 2-1 winners as well. Dominica, though, 3-2 lost to Jamaica. That was their most recent match. When was that then? That must have been back in June. So they've got a game in hand, or they're going to be playing a game before we've even finished this video, really. And of course, Dominican Republic with a big 3-2 win over Bermuda to give themselves a big old boost at the top of League B, Group D. I've got no odds on this one. We do have odds on the other game, but we don't have odds on this one. So I am going to back, I think, a draw here, point apiece, which will be good for Dominica up against their better rivals, Dominican Republic. 1-1 in the end. And then finally we take on, of course, Antigua Barbuda taking on Bermuda over in, where is this? This match taking place in Antigua, Barbuda. Hopefully we're in the same bloody venue. Are we in the same venue? I think we're in the same bloody venue. That's right. Now these two sides have played each other twice since 2018. One win for Antigua Barbuda, and of course one draw between the two sides. The hosts, technically the hosts, without a win in the last 5 now. 33% form for them. Bermuda, just 1 win in 6. 25% form for them as well heading into this one. But Antigua Barbuda did lose to the Cayman Islands way back in June 2024. That was their last match. But of course, they've got a game in hand to take it on Dominica, I think. Meanwhile, Barbuda coming into this on the back of that 3-2 loss to Dominican Republic. Bit of a goal fest that was. No, they know where the back of the net is. Bermuda scoring in at least the last 4 games combined. As for Antigua Barbuda, might be a little bit difficult in regards to goals for them heading into this one. Odds on this one, go on my gut. My gut says it will be a 2-1 win for the hosts, Antigua Barbuda, to give themselves a big old boost over in League B, Group D, in the CONCACAF Nations League. That, my friends, is pretty much what I've got for you. Be sure to get your own picks in as well using the link to the Your Prediction League. We are here, and we're here in a tremendous glory. That's it. Subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. Until then, we are done.